All right, what up, what up? It's the All Grind Sports Show once again. I go by the name of JC, and my boy Isaiah pulled up on me once again, man. I appreciate you. Got a lot of things to get into today, but we'll start with just thanking y'all, continuing to support, continuing to tune in. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, man. All Grind Sports, anywhere, Google, YouTube, wherever. Just put All Grind Sports, man, and we in there. So continue to show love, man. Continue to also chime in. You know what I'm saying? Talk y'all spit, whatever it is y'all wanna get across. And that being said, man, we'll start with my Rams. You know, they sent that boy Brady into retirement, and then a week later, here we are on our way to the big game. You know what I'm saying? We got that Niner monkey off our back, man. Like I've been telling you, we had to do, man. So, all that being said, man, what is looking like, bro? You know what I'm saying? Mr. I don't see the trust in Stafford, and you know what I'm saying? He had a whole lot to say on Sunday during the game. You know what I'm saying? But, I heard some crying after the game. I just wanted, what's up, man? I see the background. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's trying to send a message like, what's going on, man? Talk to me.
Let me say my boy Joey B finna put it in the all. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop acting like I'm a Cincinnati fan. But Stafford, he got it done. There was a couple hiccups here and there, but for the most part, he played a good game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they supposed to be here right now. Like they really supposed to be here right now. It's their best chance. When you don't have a first round pick for like the next 4 or 5 years, you better be.
That's another sense of desperation.
Yeah, you went out and got Von Miller. You went out and got OBJ. I mean, I get that Woods is hurt, but we saw what OBJ was brought there for. He had 9 catches, right, over 100 yards, a couple big time catches on third down.
Talk about that boy Cooper Kupp, man.
Cooper Kupp, bro. It's time to put him in the top 5 wide receiver conversation. Probably top 3, to be honest.
Yeah, the top 5 should have been done after regular season. To be real,
for me, a lot of people were still saying. You got Devontae, you got Hop. Some people even putting Jamar Chase in that category.
When the last time Hop had a season like what Coop just did?
This is agreed. That's what I said. You got to put him in that top 5. I'm talking about just this year, like, because it's gonna change every single year. Like football, we just don't know.
Yeah, football is weird. It seems like that is like one of them positions that change every year. You got like a new top 5 versus the NBA with point guards. You'll probably have the same top 5 like 3-4 years at least before you start talking about changing stuff.
Just last year, everybody was saying Stephon Diggs was the best receiver in the league last year. And, he had that big year, him and Josh Allen. So every year like that. Every position.
And this year, nobody was better than Cooper Kupp from the receiver position. Not a single person.
You don't get Triple Crown for no reason, bro. Like, you can talk about Sean McVay scheming and all this, that, and the third, and yada, yada, this.
And then now he's doing it in the playoffs, so you can't just say it's some regular season split. Like, it carried over to where he's still going crazy.
Like he done had 100-yard games every game he done played in his playoffs, right?
I think maybe minus the last one, but okay. I think or maybe the Cardinals one. I think.
Oh, okay.
The last one,
yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember that.
That was a blowout, so it wasn't really.
There was no need.
Yeah, he came through when needed though. Yeah. But man, talk about let's finish this off. What was your thoughts on the game?
It was a good game. It was a really good game. Like I said, Kyle Shanahan tried his best to hide Jimmy G, but when it got down to the last 2 minutes, when they needed him to drive down the field,
AD was hungry. Yeah, he was not trying to go home.
A lot of people gonna blame it on that drop pick by Tark, but they still had more than enough time to win that game. Like that's not Tark. Like
you can't ask for more than 2 minutes with a timeout. Like
exactly,
really much more.
Exactly, like
see what Mahomes did in 13 seconds last week.
Exactly. So, I mean, it was a good game. Like it wasn't a bad game. The 49ers didn't play.
Man, what's in the air though, man? It seemed like a continuance of last great weekend, and then we got 2 great games this week.
They saying NFL working that script on Twitter. And stuff. So, I mean,
that wouldn't look good because Brady would have. You know what I'm saying? He should have.
Yeah.
He should be. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't want a Brady Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Repeat or I mean, let's talk about it. Your boy Mahomes. Like I don't know what happened there. If it was scripted.
Yeah, because
like nobody wants to see the Bengals in the Super Bowl, bro. Like let's be real. Like nobody wants to see them from an entertainment standpoint, entertainment value. There's no storyline or nobody that wanted to see them other than us talking about the greatness of Burrow now, forgetting them there.
It's 50-50 because like you got some people who want to see new team win, you know what I'm saying?
Blood, yeah.
Because a lot of us got tired of seeing the Chiefs win. Like Raider fans right now, we
especially y'all, I bet.
You see, that's why I got my boy behind me because he put that Mahomes shit to rest for at least this season. You know what I'm saying? So they new kids on the block. They got a really good team. All they got to really do is fix that old line like that, and they about to be. Boy, like
this
really
feels like like so far it feels like a Dallas 2011 type of run to where like you pretty much been the underdog in every game you played.
Yeah,
then like nobody
except for that first game. Yeah,
I mean the first game it was like that could go either way. You know what I'm saying? Same with Dallas, with them in Portland, it's like that can go either way. And then they had to play
the Titans.
Then they had to play the number 1 seed in the conference. And with Henry coming back, so people thought that was a foregone conclusion that they shouldn't get that. And then you play the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody outside of Cincinnati that had them winning that game. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody that put money on it, you was just hoping for the best so you can get an extra little dollars and happen to get lucky. That's all that was.
Yeah, let me say this. And they had the biggest comeback in the AFC Championship game history.
Yeah, I think like in the last and one of the biggest comebacks, I think since the Falcons game, right?
Yeah. As far as AFC Championship game, they had the biggest comeback, not playoff history, obviously. But yeah, that it was insane. Like nobody when we saw it 21-3, everybody thought that game.
Nigga, when it was 14-3, I was like, yeah, that's. I was like, yeah, they finna walk into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was like, all right, here we go, and then they
because I wanted a good game, but then they ended up rallying back, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, okay, so at least y'all making it a fight before y'all go home, and then it turned into like, whoa, wait a minute, like. It might really be out. Like, what's going on? Hold up. And then the Chiefs got the ball. They won the coin toss, what we was talking about last week, the coin toss stuff. Then they won the coin toss. So I'm sure everybody who's been riding for the OT rules to change was probably thinking like, well, there it is, game over. And then, man, that Bengals defense, man, that's not getting talked about enough, man.
Yeah,
like,
they definitely stepped up big time. Like that defense stepped up big time because to hold Mahomes to 8 out of 18, 55 yards with just 2 interceptions in the second half.
Yeah.
So, like that's probably his worst half of football that we've seen him.
We've seen, right?
And for people to say, "Oh, Mahomes is a choker now, bro," he ain't no choker.
Come on, man. Is that one game to his other?
Thank you, bro. Like,
man.
That's too slow. 4 AFC championships, bro? Like, come on now, bro. Like, let's stop this though. But like, bro, that defense. They stayed with it when they got that stop at halftime. I think that really galvanized them because if they would have got that next touchdown or another score, I think that might have put the nail in the coffin right there of like this shit might be over.
Yeah, and in the Chiefs, they defense got exposed, man. They could not stop that run, boy. Mixon was once they got down there. Man, Mixon was getting with it. Mixon was mixing them. Like they couldn't do nothing with that boy. And once they got to that point, I was like low key screaming at the TV. That ain't even my team, but I was like, man, if y'all don't quit running that ball and hurry up and take the 3, because if y'all mess up and get him that ball again, it's GG's. So stop playing. And then they ended up stop playing and went ahead and sent their kicker in. But man, I ain't gonna lie, like I be rooting for the underdog. So I was like, it was just crazy to see, like, man, these niggas really lost.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to Evan McPherson for making that game-winning field goal, Florida boy. He went to the University of Florida.
He was balling this year too. Like I don't know how much game was been mentioned. He was doing his thing this year.
And he had I think he had 2 game winners in the playoffs. So yeah, that boy doing his thing. Like that, but that team, I don't know what Joe Burrow and they brought that LSU swag to Cincinnati because they got them boys playing out of their minds. Like I mean, they new kids on the block. They trying to come prove something. And
for the first, like, so I got a stat for you, bro. So in the first round, the average margin of victory was 17.
Really?
In the wild card round, the average margin of victory was 17. Second round, 3.8.
Ooh.
NFC AFC Championship week, 3 points. Both teams won by 3 points. So
you getting down to the nitty gritty. You got the best teams playing right now. That's what it is. I mean, that's what the playoffs all about. You find out who really meant to be.
Yeah. That's why that regular season stuff. This is where legends are made. This is where.
Yeah, let me say something to Chargers players and fans, bro. Just because y'all beat the Bengals in the regular season does not mean that y'all would have beat them in the playoffs. That's Drew Tranquill, a linebacker for the Chargers, gonna post when they beat them in the regular season 41-22 today. And it's like, who gives a shit?
Don't got nothing to do.
That don't got nothing to do with right now.
The Rams didn't beat the Niners not one time in the last 3 seasons.
Exactly. Who got the last laugh
right now? I'm pretty sure they would trade that for it to be the other way around right now.
So I'm like, bro, no, bro, we not finna do this. Like, I thought it was a fan who posted it, bro. A legit player posting that. That's
the they got a little battle going on right now. The whole Burrow Herbert argument. You know what I'm saying? That's starting to brew right now.
To me, Burrow's better. I was arguing. I was arguing with
Burrow. I've been firm on Herbert because I was already high on Herbert, so it's kind of hard for me to tug away from that. But I'm telling you this, Burrow is making it sure hard for me to stand on that.
That's what I'm saying.
The more he keep doing, it's like, damn. Like,
not a discredit to Herbert, bro, but like
his first full season, and he's in the Super Bowl, and Herbert has had far more weapons than Burrow has had.
But when I said that, all of a sudden Burrow got this deep ass receiving core. All of a sudden he like I said, bro. This year, bro, the Chargers was.
So they're saying Chase is better than Keenan Allen for one, and then they're saying that they have receivers better than what's his name, Mike Williams. That's what they're saying.
They're saying the trio of Chase, Higgins, and what's his name, Boyd, are better than Allen, Williams, and Guyton. And I'm like, bro, it's really about even if you want to be real. And to me, Joe Burrow is playing with a much worse line, like a much worse line. He did not get sacked 9 times.
Right, for sure.
We saw some of the times he escaped out of the pocket when he wasn't even supposed to get up out of that this weekend. So it's like, to me, Burrow's the better leader. He's more accurate. And to me, I'm not saying this is no knock to Herbert because he is very calm under pressure. Mm-hmm. But Burrow got ice in his veins under pressure. Like, I have not seen a quarterback play with this much pressure and make it to the Super Bowl.
And Herbert has some regular season poise, but we all know it's different when them bright lights is on and it's the big game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's totally different. So we've yet to see that, unfortunately, because he hasn't made it for us to even see. So until he does, man, like I said, he's making it real hard for me to like keep trying to stand on that like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's had far more, because he wasn't like a number 1 pick, he's had far more help than we've typically seen a young, great quarterback get when coming out, to where they just off the gate got weapons like that.
Yeah, and then what they were saying last year, all you got to do is fix his line and they'll make the playoffs. They fixed the line. They didn't fix it completely, but they are leaps and bounds better than they was last year. And
And the Hunter Henry thing didn't hurt him too much. They still went and got Cooks.
Yeah,
you know, so it ain't like
Jared Cook had a better season than CJ for the Bengals, because I'm not gonna butcher his last name up here on live.
Right.
Yeah, he had a better season than CJ did, and so I'm like, bro, like he had a better line. Eckler scored 20 touchdowns this year.
That's another weapon. That's a receiver and running back weapon.
Exactly. And
I think didn't a couple seasons ago, didn't he just have like 1,000 and 1,000?
Yeah, he had 1,000 if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but even still, if he did 20, if we talking about this year, but 20 touchdowns is absurd, bro. That's absurd. So I'm not really trying to hear that, bro. Like, it's no knock to Herbert. We're not saying it's Burrow and then Herbert's way down here. No, it's close, but to me, Burrow right now is proving that he's better. A lot of people always want to compare it to wins. Well, what is Burrow doing? He's winning.
Can't say nothing about that.
Exactly.
Jimmy G, is he have we seen his last game as a Niner?
Yeah, we saw his last game as a Niner. It's land season out here. Yeah, every 49er fan out here, because you know I'm up here in the Bay Area. They call it.
They ready for him.
Yeah, because after.
But I've had some Niner fans tell me they don't think he's ready though. So
I mean, you draft him that high.
I got a couple that's like, man, nah, go get that boy Rodgers. He loved us anyway growing up. So
for me, I just don't see how Rodgers finna get it done when you always getting the number one seed, and y'all fold like this. Like the 49ers.
I mean, you still can't write him off yet.
No, heck no.
Somebody got to try.
I'm not saying that, but like, even Raider fans are, let's go get Rodgers and all this. I'm like, for what? Like,
you just feel like you shouldn't be going over hell and high water to try and go get him. If he come, he come. But if not,
yeah, exactly. Like, I can understand why the Broncos might do that, why Washington would do that. You know what I'm saying?
Teams that desperately need that type of success, exactly.
But Jimmy G, I think his time is done. I think he might get a starting job somewhere else, but
on like some bad team or something.
Yeah, like I could see Washington picking him up. I could see that. Who else probably needs a quarterback? I could possibly.
Jimmy G is not. I'm sorry, bro. He's not the guy.
He's not trash. He's not trash. He's not
trash,
complete,
bro. He is trash. It's too. He's been getting carried for so long, man, and it's finally starting to really get exposed. Like, yeah, like we talk about these quarterbacks winning and stuff like that, but most of them games he's winning, he's like not even getting no touchdowns in. Like, he's not even like, he's doing enough to not throw the game away. But if you just look like what happened with the Cowboys, like he won, but the only reason it was close was because of him. That was one of the only games that was close. One or two games, to be specific, that was close because he single-handedly allowed it to get close. So it's like, I don't know.
He's just mad. He's mad inconsistent to me. That's what it is. He's really inconsistent. It's just like some drives he'll have a completely like, dang, bro, this boy, that boy drive. And then the very next drive, you like, bro, what is you looking at, bro? Like, there's just no way we watching this. Even me, I wouldn't like that. Like I said, that last drive when he made he threw the ball like.
And I knew, and I like, usually you're supposed to be scared of situations like that. Jimmy G pumps no fear into my heart, bro, with 2 minutes and the ball. He didn't pump no fear in my heart. You know who was pumping fear in my heart that I was scared was going to touch the ball was that boy Debo. That's who I was worried about touching the damn ball. But as far as Jimmy G doing what he's supposed to do and really just dot, that's not him, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely not. Because
even look at the Chiefs game a couple years ago when they was in the Super Bowl, when he choked that 10-point lead, overthrowing Sanders by like 20 yards.
That one was everybody's fault. Before they should have kept on running the ball.
But it's like, look, we like to praise the quarterback so much when they get it done. So they deserve just as much of the criticism and backlash on the lows. And that's one of the moments where Jimmy G shares most of the responsibility, because there's no excuse for blowing a 10-point lead with the ball with 5 minutes left. There's no excuse for that.
That's fair. That's definitely fair. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, it would help certain teams like Washington or I mean even the Browns or whatever, like teams that gotta construct but just need a quarterback. But as far as like, you know, going to the big dance and really like making noise, I don't see Jimmy G being that guy, man. I see him going to some bad. I see him going to some bad team, starting for them, or being backup to a great quarterback that you might think is on the way out or something like that, and just ride it out like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't. Do I think he won't get another chance? No, I don't believe that. He's for sure gonna get a chance again to prove himself. But I just don't think I don't see him like doing anything differently than, you know what I'm saying, what he's been given now. Like, I just don't see it.
I'll ask you this: who's worse, Jared Goff or Jimmy G?
Goff by far.
Nah,
Goff by far.
Nah.
Goff, oh my God. Hey, I had to deal with that firsthand, bro. I mean, look, Jimmy went to a Super Bowl just like him, so you can't use that. You know what I'm saying? And bro, Goff is sometimes just, it'll be like, bro, like, what are you looking at, bro? Like, throw a pick like right in his face type spit. And Jimmy G, don't get me wrong, he got that wrong too. He had a couple times last night where I seen him try Ramsey. I'm like, is this nigga crazy? Ramsey just happened to drop him. Yeah. But I was like, is he crazy? Is he really trying Ramsey right now? Like keep on. You know, it was like that type of thing. With Goff, like, no, like Goff was like, I think if I'm not mistaken, last time he was with us, like his last like 5-6 games, he had like 11 interceptions or something crazy like that. Like, nah, no. I will give Jimmy G that much. He's not that bad.
I'm sorry, I'll take Goff after what I saw during that 2-minute drill.
But I don't see Goff doing anything any differently though.
No, Goff would have at least got them to midfield, bro. That was disgusting, bro.
Jimmy G has never. I mean, he's had great teams around him. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't have the best running back in the league at the time to hide behind. You know what I'm saying?
Even still, I would still take, bro, just for Jimmy G to throw the ball like 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, knowing full well you need to push the ball downfield.
Right.
I was just like, and then the underhanded throw like that. I get that it was tipped, bro, but that was the same equivalent to what Kyler Murray did in the first round of the playoffs. Like,
right. When you just, it's like that's too dangerous for that type of defense, bro. If anything, do what you did the first couple of times during the game. Just throw it away.
Yeah, and at least you got one more down to say.
Right. Admit worst case. I mean, it's a small chance, but it's a chance. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree that they both ain't the most consistent and ain't the best quarterbacks out there.
Both terrible. and Goff probably, you know, got his last chance since, you know what I'm saying, since leaving the Rams. So that's why I'm like, I don't see Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy G is better. Don't get me wrong, but just not by much. So I don't really see him getting much of a chance again either. Or I don't think he should get a chance again. I think people should, you know, as the famous Maya Angelou quote, when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
So
that is extremely fair.
All right, Super Bowl pick. I mean, what's up, man?
I don't know, man. Like, cause Vegas got it at 4 points, Rams right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah, and cause they don't know about that boy. Man, hold up. You see this man. If he come in the stadium like that, I might have to roll with the Bengals. Hold on. I gotta show you my boy again. Cause you see him in the black turtleneck with the Joey B chain. Come on now. With the shades. He said, Cartier shades, I can't see you. You feel
he said, I can't see you.
That's what that boy said. So but he talking his shit right now. I mean, like I said, the Rams are hungry.
I will say this. We better not come in there with no attitude of like where we underestimate the bank.
Oh yeah.
If we do that, we done already like plummeted our chances by so much automatically by doing that. Do not walk into this game any differently than if it was the Chiefs that you was walking up in on, because you clearly see what can happen. The Chiefs just took the foot off the gas, and they thought like, okay, like, you know, we good, cool, we in the you know, we back. You know what I'm saying? And you see, they was like, okay, you gonna play with us? Bet that. And you see what the result of that was, because as the famous saying goes, man, it ain't nothing more dangerous than a team that don't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? And the Bengals, it's like you said last week, like the Bengals have massively overachieved just getting to the AFC Championship game. Like people was questioning if they was even gonna make the playoffs. Yeah. Then they won their division, and people still was like, well, yeah, they for sure. Like, you know, like the Raiders who barely slid in. People thought that was a possibility, and it was.
We said that next game, we was like, they'll probably beat the Raiders, and then, I mean,
yeah, for sure. Whoever they play after that, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's what we thought. And look at us looking kind of stupid now because we underestimated them boys. Like you said, when you ain't got nothing to lose, bro, you playing real loose. You play so loose, bro, it don't make no sense. So right now, that's what they doing is playing loose.
Versus the Chiefs, now once they catch up, it's like, wait a minute, like, hold up, we could really lose. So they playing in panic mode. The Bengals is just playing for their life. Like, hey, like, we ain't even supposed to be here anyway. So exactly. when you play like that, you're willing to take more risk. And as the statistics show, I know I need to go back to grammar school. As the statistics show, the more risk you take, the more successful you are in those risks, in those gambles. So that's the reason why it's dangerous for you to play with a team, especially a team like that, who feel like we wasn't even supposed to make it this far anyway, so F it. We here, you know what I'm saying? Let's roll. So I'm sure that's how they feel right now. Like, nobody's gonna, if the Bengals lose in the Super Bowl, like, nobody's gonna kill Burrow. It don't matter. I don't care how bad he plays. Nobody's gonna kill Burrow for that. It's not gonna change anything in anybody's mind, because this is his first full healthy season, and look where he at. So you've already, like, you know what I'm saying? The mission is complete. Now, I'm sure in his mind, he's probably on some like, I'm trying to win. I want a Super Bowl. But you know what I'm saying? Like, no, the masses is not going to jump down Burrow's throat if he doesn't get this done, in a couple weeks. So we for sure, and versus us, the Rams had everything to lose. You know what I'm saying? We literally have been just throwing all our picks out there, all our great players out there, just to get whatever we can to just go full blown like win now mode and just mortgage our whole future. So if we don't at least get a Super Bowl out of that, that will be one of the biggest like sports catastrophes, period. Like, and there's no telling, as unpredictable as football is, there's no telling when we will ever get this chance again.
Yeah, definitely.
So we have to play like it. We have to, from the moment we step on that field, we have to play like immediately.
Yeah, like with next year, most of the Bengals team is going to be back next year.
Right. We don't know what's going to happen with it.
Exactly. Like,
but I will say this though. RIP to that Bengals front line.
Yeah, I'll get to that just. But like I'm saying, because like with the cap situation and everything, the Rams got quite a bit of expensive players on that side. Like we said, like Odell done had his resurgence, so he gonna want a little bit of bread. Von Miller is still gonna want some bread. So like, I mean, there's no guaranteeing all these players gonna come back next year. Bengals, their core gonna be intact for next year.
They're good for the next couple of years.
They're gonna be around for at least the next 3 to 5 years. This like they gonna get even better.
And they got so much to build off of. Like now you got a pitch now to free agents out there. Like, hey, look what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a lot to look forward to in the future. But
that old line better be ready to play on Sunday because Aaron Donald.
They thought the Titans was bad.
Aaron Donald and Von Miller, they ain't nothing to play with. Good luck. I can't doubt Joey B no more. I'm a Florida fan, so I done had firsthand experience since he was at LSU. Mm-hmm. My homeboy Kel is a LSU fan, and he was telling me, "Oh, we got a quarterback now." Because most of the time, I don't know if you know college football like that, but LSU would be a very good team, but they wouldn't have no quarterback. And he was like, "We got Joe Burrow," and I was like, "Joe who?" I was like, "Joe who?" And He showed me Joe who. That boy
No, I remember watching that national championship game. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Even
that
for a college game, I was like, sheesh.
That whole
team, he threw like 8 touchdowns or something crazy like that, right?
Like, bro, that whole team was insane, bro. They had Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who now plays for the Chiefs. Yeah, Joe Burrow at quarterback. Then you had Justin Jefferson at one side and Jamar Chase on the other side.
Goodness gracious.
Like, bro, what you supposed to do?
These are all NFL starters, by the way.
Exactly. Like, come on now, like, so, I mean, the Rams are the favorite right now, but I just don't know. I really don't know because, like we said, the Bengals have.
Nobody thought they had a chance in hell against the Chiefs. So, like, people thought the Niners was that made more sense to the Niners beating the Rams than the Bengals beating the Chiefs. Like, people didn't even want to talk about that game. Really, it was like nothing to really talk about other than like congrats to the Bengals for getting this far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't got no pick. I already know what your pick is. It's the Rams. But I guess for the sake of argument, I'll go with the Bengals. I guess, like, because but in true hearts of hearts, like, to me, it's a coin flip. Like, we'll know after probably the first half of who really came to play or if both teams came. So
right. All right, man. Let's talk about these NBA All-Star starters.
Oh, yeah,
so we got LeBron and KD as the captains.
Okay.
Then we got Giannis, Embiid, Trey, and DeRozan for the East.
Okay.
Jokic, Steph, Morant, and the very controversial pick of Wiggins.
Yeah.
So we came on this show and you and Dubray was pretty solid on there's no way Wiggins is going to make it. And I was telling y'all there is a chance because of the way the voting is set up that there was still a chance for him to get up in there. And he slid up in there somehow with his 18 points and 2 assists a game.
I'll say it's still better than when BJ Armstrong was an all-star. He's still not the worst all-star I've ever seen, like, by far. He's still not. Because Kyle Korver made it, what was that, back in like 2015, 2016?
Yeah, but that was after like 4-5 people got hurt. And, you know what I'm saying, they kept looking for replacements and they just, let's just throw him in there.
I guess.
That's different than from the gate. Not only are you an all-star for sure, Korver, but you're going to start for the East. That's kind of like what this is like. Like, so you are clear cut gonna take somebody's spot away. Clear cut gonna take somebody's spot. That's what's going on right now. I was making kind of an argument for the fact that Wiggins could make it, but really, like, at the time, I didn't really look down the list and all of that of who I would pick. I made a list now, but yeah.
I mean, who else would you put at that forward spot besides Wiggins? It can't be.
I can tell you. I mean, I just think in that case, like, why not put Luka there? Like, I know he's supposed to be a guard or whatever, but like, you telling me Wiggins should be starting over Luka? I don't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's a center and a point guard we talking about. Like,
yeah, I feel you, but I mean, like we said, like the way the voting is set up, I mean, there's really no other forwards that could really overtake that spot, you know what I'm saying, in the West. Like, I
said Gobert, I said Karl Anthony Towns. I was cool with either one of those.
They both centers though.
You could have that was the first thing I was asking about when I said, like,
you can have 2 centers.
You can have multiple centers as long as it's front court.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
so I for sure would put Karl Anthony Towns over Wiggins.
I thought you had to strictly be a forward because I was like, if it's strictly forwards, then there ain't much anybody else can do unless you gonna, like, because Kawhi's injured, Paul George is injured.
PG, yeah, because PG would have been starting for sure.
Yeah, AD is injured.
Or AD, right? AD missed too many games.
I mean, who else you finna put right now?
But there's still a lot of people I would put in the All-Star game over Wiggins, let alone starting.
I mean, agree. Like I said,
Wiggins ain't even the second person. He's not even the second person from the Warriors that I would take. I would put Draymond in over him, and I don't even got Draymond on my All-Star list. I made a list, but I would put him there before I put Wiggins. So yeah, I mean, I'll give you some of the players on my list, man. You can just yay or nay it. I'll start since we talking this Wiggins stuff, man. I'll start with the West. So, Wiggins, do you think he should be an All-Star or not at all?
I mean, I think he should be an All-Star but reserve because I mean, so many people are hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, especially with front court players. I mean, you don't have.
Let's get into this list then, because I want to see who.
I could be tripping. I could wait. Hold on, because how many front court players you need? 5?
That's a great question. I'm not sure exactly how many, but I know you. Well, honestly, I think the 7 reserves. I don't think it has to be exclusive to anything, if I'm not mistaken.
No. I'm not.
No. But even if it was, I mean, what Wiggins is front court, right?
Yeah, he'd be front court.
Yeah, that's the only reason he slid in.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. But if it's not like that, then no. Hell no.
Right. All right. So look, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Donovan Mitchell. Why are you thinking about that?
Yeah, I can take Donovan Mitchell over definitely over Wiggins.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna ask you about Doncic. Booker.
Okay, I was about to say where Booker at. Okay, yeah.
And then I got DeJounte Murray.
Oh yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's crazy because I was watching Inside the NBA, and Ernie and Shaq and all them, they be picking their All-Star reserve.
Yeah.
Now, one of them picked DeJounte Murray.
Wow, like, and he got like 19.
I picked that's my 7 reserves. So this is why I think Wiggins took somebody's spot, because
who you replace Wiggins with as starter?
If it was up to me, F all the rules and stuff, I'll put Luka there. But if it got to be by the rules, I'll put Karl Anthony Towns there.
For sure.
So either way, he shouldn't be there. But there, another name I could throw out there for the West, even though it's not my list, Jaren Jackson.
I don't know what he's been doing this year, so I can't even.
That boy been hoping. Even when Grant was out, he was still going.
For sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll put Jaren Jackson here over Wiggins. Like I said, I don't have Draymond Green, but I would put him as the second warrior if you're trying to get 2 warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is anybody else that come to mind for you on the West that you think might deserve some shine for that?
Russell Westbrook. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But
hey, being fair though, Russell Westbrook and DeJounte Murray numbers are not that different. But because we're used to Westbrook doing so much more, we're not looking at it like that because he's not doing what he came to do. But he still has technically, if anybody else was averaging 18, 8, and 8, whatever Westbrook is averaging, we'd be for sure saying, look, get him in there. Let's be real. We for sure would be saying, get him up in there.
I mean, because let me see what Russell Westbrook's shooting from the field and all them damn turnovers, man.
To be honest, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's not as bad as people think. I think it's like 42, 43% or something like that.
Oh, shit, he's shooting 44%.
Well, hey, he better than I thought. So it's just, I'm telling you what it is.
I ain't gonna lie. I take Westbrook over Wiggins.
Over Wiggins? No, for sure.
I ain't even gonna cap to you, even with the turnovers, my boy.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. Like we naming like 4 or 5 people that we would still put in over Wiggins, and this nigga took a starter spot. He even took somebody's spot. Congrats to you and all that. You probably gonna get your bonus and all that good stuff, but come on, man. All right. Yeah. So move on to the East, man.
You was all right with the East picks? I don't even know who the reserves are for the East.
Well, they didn't pick the reserves yet.
Oh, they didn't. Oh, they did.
Yeah, they only picked the starters. The reserves I'm giving is my reserves.
Okay, for sure.
I just want you to yay or nay it.
For sure.
So I already gave you the East starters. I'm perfectly fine with their starters. I think they got it right. So I'm gonna go Darius Garland. You taking a little too long with that, sir. You being kind of disrespectful there. Come on, man. Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on the young name.
Let me see what Darius Garland looking like, man.
I got you right here, bro.
Okay, for sure. Bet. So tell me what's up.
I got you right here, bro. Since you the big numbers guy, even though you know that's secondary to me, but he's averaging 20-8 and has the Cavs as a 4th or 5th seed right now, and I think they just won 8 of their last 10 games.
Okay, that's deserved. Like I said, like
you got to have a Cavalier up in there, and I feel like he's been. I mean, a lot of people have been saying Jared Allen as well. That's been another name thrown out there. He's not on my list, but Jared Allen is a name that's been thrown out there as well.
No, let me say this, because like especially with the smaller market teams, it's just hard to keep up with them because they constantly, even though the Lakers are trash, they constantly talking about the Lakers. Right. They're constantly talking about Steph and his down season.
Well, I'm weird, bro. I look at all them games. Like
no, for sure.
I got certain teams I look at that nobody talks about. Like I could tell you one of my favorite teams to watch this year has been Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying? Really? But I know that probably sounds crazy to people. The Hornets is one of my favorite teams to watch. Like
I love watching.
Some teams is not that good, but they fun to watch.
Yeah, I love watching LaMelo and Miles Bridges get active, especially with they commentating, bro. They're commentating.
No, they are so biased. That I hate they commentating. I be wanting to.
It's just so funny though. Like some of the hum diddly day.
No, he goes hard. No, he's a great commentator, but he's so biased. I can't even enjoy it because it's like if somebody else hits a big 3 on you, you ain't got that energy. You sound sad. You ain't supposed to be like that on the broadcast. The Lakers, we be so unbiased with our commentating. I be getting mad. Like, damn, man, whose side you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for sure. I don't like that. I understand you got to cater to your market, but you can't be so biased to where it's like damn near unwatchable.
Yeah, okay.
Damn, but I get it. Every team ain't gonna get a Mike Breen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mike Breen, but
he's with a lot of people don't know he's with the Knicks. The only time he don't do that games is when he got something national. But he's one of the Knicks like main guys.
I mean, it makes sense. So Darius Garland was first. I can
Darius Garland. So out of Darius Garland and Jared Allen, would you take both, or do you think it should be one or the other?
What Jared Allen stats look like?
He averages 16 and 11, but he did miss some games though.
Damn.
Yeah, he balling.
Cleveland basketball.
Cleveland been playing some good ball.
No, I know they've been playing good.
Kevin Love been playing good. McCarnan, when he's on the floor, he's been doing good. Mobley, I think that boy's the rookie of the year right now.
Yeah, Evan Mobley. I done seen a couple of his highlight plays, and he
speaking of rookie of the year, another team I love watching who's sorry as hell is OKC, because my boy Josh Giddey.
Yeah,
Josh Giddey is man. Look out for him, bro.
Okay, for sure.
All right, so we got Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Tatum.
What's Tatum doing this year? Because
he's balling, but Boston.
The only reason I'm asking this is because most of the All-Star game voting is predicated on stats and how much the fans love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a lot of people.
I wouldn't say that.
Not a lot of people.
Coaches pick the reserves. You feel me? With the
starters, I know this.
But with the reserves, I think it's a little. I like it just as it is. To be honest, I wish the coaches could pick the starters if it was up to me. I would let them pick the whole damn thing if it was up to me.
But what I'm saying is let's just say with the starters voting, like this is mainly individual play. Like it's like you don't have players from bad teams make. I mean, LeBron lead.
We know how historically bad that's been.
I mean, LeBron led the league in voting this year, even though the Lakers ain't nowhere near the top of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? So,
we can go back to Kobe's years. He was injured the season, and he was still getting voted in.
Yeah, I can't even lie. Like them last probably like 3 years, he had no business really being in there because his body was just depleted.
Right,
like,
but out of respect, yeah. Tatum averaging 26, 8, and 4.
I could take that. What's his percentages looking like? 43, 44?
That I'm not 100%. Hold on.
Okay, but I can still take them numbers. Okay, yeah.
Let me see. What you talking? What Tatum talking about? There's a field goal percentage. Damn, I don't even see it here. But yeah, I mean, no, Tatum been going crazy. I think he just had a 50 burger the other day.
Oh, really?
I would argue Jaylen Brown as well, because I absolutely love Jaylen Brown, man. I love his game. But you cannot put two Celtics with the season that they having right now.
Yeah. They are definitely underwhelmed.
But Brown's numbers are there for sure. His numbers are there.
I mean, you could possibly sneak him in there. I have to hear the rest of your list. Come on.
All right. All right. So Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
Harden. Harden started rough, but he's been playing like an all-star, bro. I didn't think he should be a starter. I was on that train for sure. He should not be a starter, but he should be an all-star game. Just because your numbers ain't as good as they used to be, don't mean it's not still all-star. And I think he's still all-star caliber numbers for sure.
Because he's averaging 10 assists, 8 rebounds. I mean, the points are a little bit down at 23, but that's gonna happen when you're playing with KD and Kyrie.
You're telling me 23, 8, and 10 ain't
No, that's what I'm saying. That's I looked at it. I just had to look at it real quick.
All right. Van Vliet.
What Fred Van Vliet been doing?
Balling.
You probably right. Like I said, bro, I need to, like, bro, being on the
Van Vliet averaging 22 and 7 with almost 2 steals. That's my.
I might have to put Brown over him. I might have to put Brown over him.
But ain't the Raptors in the playoff chase? We gotta put one of them.
I get that, but
let me see. Well, they just lost tonight, so they fell to 8th. But the fact that they got a top 8 seed right now, come on, man. You gotta put them there. The Celtics is behind them.
I wouldn't be mad if he made the All-Star team. Like he's definitely.
I think that's Van Vliet or Brown. But Brown missed a lot of games too, though. I don't remember exactly how many it was, but he did miss some time. But the numbers is there though. So, like I said, I wouldn't be mad either way. Yeah. But I feel like show Van Vliet some love, man. Like he been doing it, man. I think if I'm not mistaken, he had like 40-point triple-double or something like that the other day.
Yeah, he just ain't shooting that well. And I agree that he does have much more assists than Jaylen Brown because, he's point guard. But like I said, I would not be mad if Fred Van Vliet made the All-Star team because he's definitely more deserving than Wiggins. Yeah, he's by far more deserving.
They ain't even in the same conference, and he got to catch a straight.
Don't even care. At this point, to me, really, they should get rid of the conferences if we're gonna get it. Like,
you think so? I don't know about that, man.
But to me, it don't matter because, like,
I feel like you still letting the conference off the hook. Like, get better then. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
If you lose an All-Star game, I didn't like how they changed the West East. Like, let the East keep bringing their people. Let the West keep bringing their people. If the East ain't good enough, draft better. I don't know what to tell you, or market better. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I like it now. I like how competitive they got it now. Like they
man,
really
LeBron won. What is he 4-0?
I get it, but it's done came down to the wire.
For sure, it's been better games for sure.
Yeah, because like most of the time, they don't start playing till 4th.
There's some new stuff though. Like the game used to really be like more competitive, like in the mid thousands, early thousands. Like the All-Star game was for sure more competitive. They took that serious.
Yeah. I don't know what happened between that, like from about like I say about like 07-ish to now, like before they changed the rules and everything. Right. It kind of got like it was just okay. Let's see how crazy they can go with playing with each other.
Right. All right. My last pick for the East. I was conflicted between because I had to get a Hornet, so I was conflicted between Bridges and Melo, but I picked Melo.
Bridges been playing that good?
Yeah, Bridges been balling. Man, you ain't been watching no Hornets basketball, man?
Like I said, bro.
I thought you said those was your guys, the commentators.
I watched 3 Lakers games, bro, and I got so disgusted watching those games, bro. I
everybody
watch basketball, bro. And then on top of that,
yeah, yes, sir. Ball. Yes, sir.
Woo. I ain't know that boy playing like that, but I need to hop on some NBA.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you,
the Lakers
is one of my favorite teams to watch right now, and Orlando. I love Wagner on Orlando.
Franz Wagner.
Wagner, Cole Anthony, Mo Bamba. He had turned up for a minute. I don't know what's going on with him now. I think he came back to earth, but when the season started, he was going off.
That nigga garbage. He been fucking me in fantasy this whole damn year.
He was having a run though when the first
I ain't trying to get none of that, man. All my players in fantasy hurt.
I'm waiting on I love he been hurt like the last couple of years, but I love Jonathan Isaac too.
Oh yeah.
That boy, whenever. I mean, hopefully he's still at least 80% of what he was. But I think when he gets fully healthy, when he gets older, he gonna be a problem.
Yeah, that was a
problem for sure.
That he had back then. But man, I'm trying to decide between Bridges and Melo.
I would say Melo because that train don't roll without Melo.
Like, that's what I was just about to say.
Melo, I love like the way he, even last year, you know what I'm saying? Even though he wasn't, Anthony Edwards was my Rookie of the Year pick, and I stand on that right now. Anthony Edwards should have been Rookie of the Year last year. I don't know if you want that smoke right now or not, but I'm standing on that. Edwards should have been Rookie of the Year. But that train don't roll without Melo on that team. You feel me? And for him to be so young and have that type of impact, that's my reason for picking him. But here, I'll give you something simple right here. So Joel Embiid, right, last year, he played 50 games, right?
For sure.
Before he got hurt, he was leading the MVP race. Okay. He was leading up the MVP race until he got hurt and he had to miss like 2-3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jokic took over at that point, and he played, if I'm not mistaken, most of the games of the season, at least like 20 games more. So they ended up giving him the MVP over Embiid. LaMelo played the same amount of games as Embiid did. Anthony Edwards played damn near the whole season and was balling. Nigga was going crazy. I think if I'm not mistaken, he averaged 24, 25 a game last year. But y'all gave it to Melo over Edwards because, he just played so much better than Edwards when he did play. But you didn't have that same energy for Embiid, who was clear-cut leading the MVP race before he got hurt. It's like, you got to pick one. If LaMelo's Rookie of the Year, then Embiid should have been MVP. And if y'all going off of, he didn't play enough games, that should go both ways. So that's the part that I didn't like about it.
For me, last year, I was saying mid-season, even before Embiid had got hurt, that to me, Jokic was MVP because he had one of the most efficient seasons that we had ever seen. Mm-hmm. Like, I just like, bro, the guys.
But for most of the season, he wasn't even top 2, top 3. They had Harden over him when he was doing this thing when he got to Brooklyn. They had LeBron over him for most of the season. Even I don't think Steph was ever over Jokic, but they were trying to talk him into that because of what he was doing with all them Home Depot and plumber players that he had on his team. And then you had Embiid doing what he was doing. So that's 3 or 4 people who was pretty much in that talk along with Jokic, but Jokic wasn't even top 3 until I think Brown got hurt first, then Harden got hurt, then Embiid got hurt.
Okay.
And that's when they lifted him up to that. But it's like, why didn't you have that energy with LaMelo, who got hurt and missed damn near the rest of the season, and then and Rob Edwards like that?
Yeah, I would have gave probably Rookie of the Year to Edwards. Like you said, he played a lot more games than LaMelo. He averaged 19, just a little bit over 19 I mean,
okay, so I'm thinking about the last stretch of the season. We started
that last stretch of
like 24, 25, like them last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I mean, LaMelo
and that's probably that might be what hurt Edwards too, because he did start off a little slow. But I mean, starting off slow and completely not playing, that's you know what I'm saying?
I agree. Availability is the best ability. That's what coaches always say. But to me, I mean, just because they had them players over him don't make it right, because what we saw Jokic do last year and what he's doing again this year is by far like insane for a center to be doing. Like he to me is the best passing center.
And to be honest, I don't even think they have him as the leading MVP candidate right now. I think it's Embiid, if I'm not mistaken. And it was Steph for a minute until he, started shooting coordinating numbers.
Yeah, so the MVP ladder, it's just like,
well, you take issue with it
a little bit, because they had LeBron there this whole time, and I'm like, bruh, like for what, bruh? Like, I mean, for the majority of the season, like, bruh, don't deserve to be there. Okay, so the MVP ladder right now, according to NBA.com, Nikola Jokic is number 1.
Okay, who's
Giannis is number 2.
Who?
Giannis.
Also, Embiid dropped?
Yeah,
Embiid. He was number 1 for a second, if I wasn't mistaken.
He number 3.
Wow. He dropped to number 3?
Yeah, he number 3.
No, Jokic has been going crazy though. Even though I'm not, I'm not the biggest Jokic fan, but yeah, he has been going crazy. I wouldn't have no problem with him. If the season ended right now, I wouldn't have a problem with them giving it to Jokic right now. Only because there hasn't been one player who I'm just like, you know what, you just dominated so much that it's like nobody has an argument over you. There's not a player like that I could say that about right now. So
I mean,
but Embiid should get some extra points for all the turmoil he dealing with over there, and still have them boys competing the way they are, and people still talking second round, possibly Eastern Conference Finals, and he lost his second best player because he whining and crying like a baby. We'll talk about that another time. But you know what I'm saying? I think the fact that he's still putting him on his back like that and playing in full-blown MVP shape right now, he should get some extra points for that, for sure.
I mean, because KD right there after him. I mean,
KD was another. There hasn't really been nobody that just really held that number 1 position for a long time this season. KD was there for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Jokic just had a game with 49, 14, and 10.
Yeah, no, that boy's been ridiculous. You ain't even tell me. He's been ridiculous, bro. In our fantasy league, bro, I think in the last 10 games, the lowest amount of points he got in a game was 50, 51 or something crazy like that.
I'm not surprised.
That's the lowest he's gotten in the last 10 games.
I'm not surprised.
He's been ridiculous, bro.
He's already the best Nugget of all time.
Best Nugget of all time?
Already. I'm not hearing that Carmelo bumped any shit. He's a fucking bum. He's not okay. Let me not say.
Hey, I wanted to wait till Dubre got back for the Melo thing, because I want y'all to double team me. I want that smoke. So we're gonna say that. Okay. I want that smoke.
You know I've been.
Yeah, I already know. But Dubre is the OG version of you when it comes to the Melo hate. So I want all the smoke. You feel me? I'm helping. I'm gonna need you back up. All that good stuff, and we gonna have that conversation another time.
Okay, for sure. I'll just say, Melo's never been the best player in the league.
I never thought about Jokic, best Nugget of all time, and I definitely need to think about that. That's a hot take for sure. But I mean, if they saying Donovan Mitchell got an argument for the best talent in Utah history, I don't see why not. We can't start talking about Jokic.
Yeah, he's not
in the league far before Mitchell. So
yeah, Donovan Mitchell ain't the greatest Jazz player, but he might very well be the most talented Jazz player ever.
They've ever had.
I mean, they've had Karl Malone, you had Pete Maravich, John Stockton to me wasn't that
talented.
Yeah,
I ain't politically correct, bro. F that nigga. Pedal alone.
I agree. It's a pedophile. Bro should be in jail. Sorry, but I mean, it just so happened that he's one of the best basketball players of all time.
No, for sure. I ain't gonna take that from him. If I had to say who was their greatest franchise player, I mean,
It has to be Malone.
Somebody. So that's why I don't care about giving Mitchell the slight edge, because it's an argument. It shouldn't be an argument.
Yeah, as far as talent, like talent is what they can do with the basketball and how good they are and things like that.
That's like a Kobe in his, like, can you imagine in 99 and they already talking about him being better than Kareem? You know what I'm saying? Can you think about like how blasphemous that would be? Like, you wouldn't hear something like that about Kareem or with Wilt. You feel me? You got to put in the work first. Then we start talking Kobe, Kareem.
It's just because, I mean, the Lakers have had, 3 top 5 players play for them. I believe you got Magic. People would put them in the top 5. Wilt, they would put them in the top 5. And Kareem, they would put them in their top 5. So
nigga, you better add a 4. Kobe's in that conversation too.
He's not top 5.
There's many that can easily put him top 5.
I mean, people would put him top 5, but even though
he's in the conversation. You can't say it's like not just an argument at all. He's in the conversation, bro.
Me, he's about number 7. It's just with accolades. And everything.
If I made a list, he'd probably be around that too. I'm just saying it's an argument. If you got him 7, that means, you know what I'm saying, you could talk that. Like I got Kobe over Wilt. So I don't know. I mean, you said Wilt is arguably top 5. Like, I don't got Wilt that high.
I mean, it's just because you have to think about Wilt has so many records that will probably never be touched. Like 55 rebounds in a game.
But I also think if you take Shaq and place him in that same era,
but that's not what
I don't think Shaq would do anything differently.
That's not what we're finna argue here, though, because every player has to play in their era. Like, it's not my fault when Wilt was born. It's not his fault when he was born. Let's talk about Shaq. Who did Shaq have to go up against once he got to the Lakers, as far as centers go? You cannot name me all 3 centers that he had to go up against in the finals when he won them MVPs.
Yeah, Rick Schmidt. He had who was on
Chris McCullough twice. Hot garbage. Hot garbage.
But it's like you said, you can't help at the time you play.
Okay, so if you put Wilt against them niggas, what would he do? Wilt would have went to work on Rick Smiths and Chris McCullough. Like, granted, the Dikembe Mutombo was there, but he could only have did so
that
much.
That was an old Mutombo.
That's what I'm saying. So
he was
I don't fault players for when they was born. Like, and Wilt was just one of those dudes.
But to be fair, hold up. To be fair, okay. I just had an epiphany. Shaq did go against a prime Hakeem, the best version of Hakeem you gonna get. Average 28, 13, and 6.
Go back and look at that.
On his second and third year.
No. Go back and watch those games. Go watch. Most of his points came in garbage time. He got ate up by Hakeem. I had the same argument.
Hey, no, look. You ain't gotta tell me all time. I got Hakeem over Shaq, and I'm probably
that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
Hakeem in their top 5 all time. I love.
That's all I needed to hear.
You ain't got to tell me that.
That's all I needed to hear.
To be fair, it ain't like he just straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hakeem worked him out, but Shaq had a little something to say too. Is all I'm saying.
This is
he talked his shit too.
That's fair.
It ain't like he's just a little boy. He
but
just ready.
People like Malika Vint. Yeah, shout out Malika Vint. Want to constantly say Shaq is the most dominant center or the best center of all time. And I'm sorry, it's not true. It's not true.
I don't agree, but I'm not gonna have much of an argument for it if you say he's the most dominant center of all time. I don't have much of an argument for it either.
But my thing is,
even though I don't agree, I think I got Kareem as the GOAT center, but I don't have much of an art. Like, nobody could do nothing with Shaq, bro. I don't know how much you remember his prime.
I remember his prime.
They literally couldn't do nothing. Like, you couldn't. It was like Giannis, bro. How you watch Giannis and you just be like, you just can't guard this nigga.
But my thing is, my whole thing about that is what centers at the time when he would, like, okay, I'm not talking about from 92 to like 2000 when he first came to the league. Yes, right. He was absolutely came in one of the most dominant first picks that we have ever seen. Now I'm talking about when he had finally gotten that goated status, like top 10 of all time, bro. Who the fuck did he have to go up against that center, bro?
Yeah, in the thousands, the center position was a little. I mean, he had to deal with Ben Wallace though, but
And look what
I would
Ben
say
Wallace
that
did.
position was a little dry though. I ain't gonna lie, in the thousands.
The
That
only
was probably
people he
like
had to go up against was Tim Duncan and Ben Wallace. And Ben Wallace wasn't in his conference.
right. And Duncan wasn't even technically center.
I mean, some people consider him center. Some people say he's the best small.
Well, I mean, he had to deal with an old David Robinson.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking about it right now. It like that was like not a too good of a era for centers. But Shaq did what the hell he was supposed to do too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't
exactly.
like Shaq was just average at the time. Like he did.
And that's my whole point about Wilt. Wilt did what he was supposed to do at that time. He was supposed to put up 100 points in the game. He was supposed to do 55 rebounds. He was supposed to be doing what he was doing.
Because that's my knock. That's my knock on Bill Russell too. It's like I'd be like, man, I cannot imagine some of our greatest centers from our time playing at that time and not doing what he did. And then he like. That man averaged 14 points for his career. So it's like, I don't know. In the same era that Wilt was averaging 50.
You agree? So, but that's the problem.
That's Wilt. Why it's hard for me to rank Bill too high too, because it's like, man, I don't know.
Because Wilt was always concerned with his numbers. He was always concerned with his numbers.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Bill didn't give a rat's. He was like, bro, y'all can score all y'all want.
He said, I'll coach. I'll sit on side the coach.
At the time, Bill was the best, probably. Him, I mean, you can only make the argument for him and Wilt, but to me, he was the better passing, what's it called? The better passer out of the two to me. And like, bro, people say, oh, how skinny and how furry he was. I'm like, you realize like he was like Ben Wallace back in the day with probably even more athleticism. Like
way more athletic. Not probably, for sure have
like,
more athletic.
I mean, but like, just to see, like, bro, him and Wilt, bro, their heads was well above the rim. Like, it wasn't even close. So, like,
right.
I mean, and to me, greatness translates. Like, if they had the training and stuff that we had today, I feel like they'd be. I'm not gonna say they would dominate and win 11 championships or he'd be averaging 50 in a season. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying they would still be great players today because they would have the same supplements, the same training that all these other players had.
Right. All right, man. We'll catch some more smoke on that next. Some NBA.
Oh yeah. I'm coming back to that Carmelo conversation. I'm coming back to that Carmelo conversation.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Remind me. I want you to have some help. I want you to have all the help you can get. I've been having this debate with y'all for years, so we gonna put that to bed once and for all. I'm finna talk my spit on that. All right, so some MLB talk, man. So Barry Bonds, and I'm not sure I fully understand what's going on, so that's why I want you to educate. But
yeah, because I'm fucking shit. This is bull fucking shit.
All right, so look. So as far as I know, and like I said, you can correct me and then just go from there, let loose, bro. But it said this was his 10th and final time on the ballot to make the Hall of Fame. I don't understand that because as far as I know about the Hall of Fame, I didn't know that there was a limit to how many times you can be on the ballot or be a finalist or whatever. I thought 60 years from now, somebody could put your name on the ballot, whatever. So kind of explain what's going on there and what the hell the problem is with Barry Bonds not making the Hall of Fame when he's widely considered one of the greatest baseball players ever.
Let me say this. All of the MLB writers are fucking full of shit. Y'all ain't fucking shit because y'all know full fucking well Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens deserve to be up in there, bro. Everybody.
Real quick before you continue, how bad is it of Barry not making it? Like, what is an NBA player you would equivalent not making the Hall of Fame, current or ex? But what NBA player would you say is equivalent to Barry not making it in baseball?
LeBron James.
Wow, it's that ridiculous.
Like, if we want to put it in the current standpoint, LeBron James and Michael Jordan not making the Hall of Fame. I don't give a fuck that he used PEDs when everybody was using PEDs.
Right.
So help me understand how the fuck David Ortiz, who definitely got caught as well with PEDs, makes the Hall of Fame first ballot. But because Barry Bonds said fuck y'all and kept hitting home runs while y'all was trying to catch him with PEDs. He don't make.
He technically never tested for none of that stuff.
He never tested positive.
Wow.
He never tested positive. He just kept on hitting home runs. Now, am I saying that he wasn't on PEDs? I'm not saying that. But the whole damn league was on PEDs. And you gonna sit here and have me believe that he don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but y'all voting in David Ortiz? Just like with Pete Rose, bro. Give it up, bro. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He deserves, because with Pete Rose, he was
in there for betting on his own team, right?
Yeah, he was betting on his own.
Not in there for betting on his own team.
He was betting on games while he was playing. He never bet against his own team, though. He never threw a game. He never did that. So, bro, fuck this, bro. Let them in the hall, bro. Y'all really playing politics. Watch. They gonna do the same shit to Dwight Howard soon. I got a feeling that they might do that shit to Dwight. They not gonna put him in there.
Nah, I don't think.
I'm telling you,
the people I've seen get in our Hall of Fame, ain't no way.
Ain't no way. They're not gonna put him in their first ballot. I know they're not gonna put him in their first ballot. And
that's possible. That's possible. Even though I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
That's what I'm saying. For Tracy McGrady to make it first ballot, bro, I know damn well Dwight Howard better make it first ballot.
Right.
I know full fucking well Dwight Howard better make it first ballot. These motherfuckers, they know they dead ass wrong for this shit. They so wrong for this shit. And bro, they need to vote me as commissioner, bro. Because I would have stepped in and be like, fuck this, bro.
All right, so look, quick question. Is it possible that Barry Bonds could still make the Hall of Fame in the future?
I believe there's like some loophole where he could, but it's gonna take all these old writers to get up out the way before he gets up in there. Like that's the only way. Like watch. I guarantee you, Alex Rodriguez getting the Hall of Fame.
I was just about to ask you if he made it because I know he retired a while ago.
Watch, I guarantee.
Has he been on the ballot yet or no?
No, he's not on the ballot yet because he just retired in like 2016. I think he's due for the ballot like next year or the year after, something like that. But bro.
But he's had multiple suspensions for that, by the way.
Exactly. Exactly. And it makes no sense that they keeping Barry out, bro. Like, bro, even if you take his first 10 years in the league with no PEDs at all, bro, it's one of the greatest careers that you would have ever fucking seen a baseball player do, bro. Like, for real, bro. He was Mike Trout before Mike Trout.
Wow.
Hitting home runs, stealing bases like nobody's business.
Right.
A lot of people remember him, San Francisco. Now, I remember when he started out with the Pittsburgh Pirates and stuff, and he was that boy there too. Like, bro, the writers really need to get the fuck over themselves and put this shit.
So you think this is animosity because they never caught him?
Yeah, that's basically what it is, and because they don't like him, they don't like his attitude. They just don't like him. Barry Bonds really never showed any remorse for quote unquote using PEDs because, like I said, he never tested positive.
Right.
A lot of us quite firmly believe that he was using PEDs.
At some point, for sure.
But like, just same thing with Roger Clemens. Like, bro, Roger Clemens before PEDs, bro, he was one of the best pitchers of all time. Mm-hmm. Don't give a shit. Like, the whole fucking league was using PEDs, bro. Like, there was like a
like the late 90s, early 2000s when baseball was at its heights in America. That's when it was like
everybody. It was the most famous sport in the fucking Americas. Even back in football.
Question for you. So after that run or that era when they did start cracking down on it, is that when baseball started kind of losing its popularity? Because now it's not America's sport anymore like it was back when I was growing up.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, now players are much stronger and faster and stuff like that because of training and things like that. But bro, to see Mark McGwire hit and him and Sammy Sosa hitting like 70 home runs in a season.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, that's another guy. I think ain't Sammy in the Hall of Fame?
I think so.
Because let me check this. Oh no! Hold on. Oh yeah, he's getting considered.
Okay, so he's not in there yet.
Oh no! He didn't get in the Hall of Fame either. That's another person who should easily be in the Hall of Fame. Sammy Sosa.
So it's like they enabled. So do you feel like they enabled it for a long time, and then they started like cracking down on it, but because they were cracking down,
they had no fucking
like,
problem
we're gonna
with
take away your accomplishments as well.
1998 was one of the greatest baseball home run battlings that we've ever seen between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. Nope. Nobody gave a shit about no PEDs. Nobody cared. We didn't care, bro. You can say that it tarnished the game and all that. It didn't matter because like I said, everybody was using PEDs.
So it's not like it was really like an advantage because
pitchers were using PEDs, hitters were using PEDs, bro. Like, man, bro. Baseball Writers of America can miss me with that bullshit, bro. They're fucking frauds and they're fucking.
So I remember you telling me you were talking about how bad the commissioner is in baseball. So
exactly.
Is this is this? I mean, I know this is technically separate, but is this a part of like a testament to just how bad baseball is being ran right now, or has been, for the past year, and why the popularity has dwindled down?
Yes, Rob Manfred is the worst commissioner in sports. I don't care what anybody says, bro. Like, because I'm a Dodgers fan.
Right.
You already know.
Same here. LA, everything, bro.
They got caught cheating. The Astros got caught cheating.
Right.
And you don't strip them of the title, bro. Like that's that right there alone is enough, bro. That right there alone is enough.
So what was the punishment? They just lost some picks, right?
They coach got fired, and that was pretty much it. Like in the MLB, like I get like draft picks.
To be fair though, I'm glad that consensusly it seems like baseball fans don't acknowledge that ring. Like Astros fans cannot bring that up at all, and that's why I was glad that they lost last year when they got close to winning, because I was like, I
was just like, please don't let the Astros win.
Right, because it's like, damn, it's like you kind of getting rewarded for what you did because, like I said, and they know they got something to prove because nobody acknowledges their ring. Nobody acknowledges that.
But that's my thing, though. The Fab Five get stripped of their Final Four appearances and shit for taking money, quote unquote.
Right.
Which had nothing
making
to
billions off of them.
Yeah. It didn't have shit to do with no on-court abilities or nothing like that.
Right.
And things like that.
And they need to give it back because they just made it legal to make money off your likeness and all that, and make money and all that.
They need to run the Fab Five, each of them at least $100 million check. At least each one of them a $100 million check at the very least. But like I said, bro, like Manfred is a fucking clown, bro. He's a clown, bro. Like the biggest clown in all the sports, bro. Like people saying, "Oh, Adam Silver is ruining the league" and shit like that. To me, Adam Silver is 10 times, bro. If Rob Manfred was running the NBA right now, bro, nobody would be watching NBA basketball.
Wow.
Nobody would be watching NBA basketball.
And I'm sure that sucks for somebody like you who really loves watching baseball. Like,
yeah, like, bro, like, I mean, most of the time I'm watching the Dodgers, but like, I actually enjoy watching baseball games. Right. Like, I have no problem going. Like, I really want to go to each stadium, before I meet my demise or whatever, whenever God calls me. But like, bro, the guy sucks. Like, that's all I can say. Fuck Rob Manfred, bro. Fuck the Baseball Writers of America, bro, for not letting Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens.
Is there any savoring that sport right now?
Yeah, get rid of Manfred and get a whole new slew of writers. Like, to me, at this point, bro.
So is it them being outdated, or is it just the bias in what they do?
But most of them old dudes done seen Babe Ruth play. Okay, they're done, bro. Like, pack it up, bro. These writers need to get, bro. They these old heads who they just really old heads, bro. Like, I just don't know how to explain it, bro. Like, they're garbage, all of them, garbage, hot garbage. They're bums, bro. Like, fuck up out of here, bro. Like, you were restricting some of the greatest baseball players of all time for what? For what? For what? Every fucking baseball player was using at the time.
Right.
If that's the case, then everybody from that era needs to be negated from the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Well, you cannot tell the history of baseball without Roger Clemens, without Mark McGwire, without Sammy Sosa, and without Barry Bonds. It just don't happen that way.
Right. So somebody like that for sure I mean, as soon as I asked you, you said that would be like leaving two people that people considered would
The
have
greatest athlete
being the greatest ever, greatest athletes of all time, and you're saying that would be like leaving them off of the basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's like leaving Tom Brady out.
I need to know right there. I didn't know.
I
knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, it's like leaving Tom Brady out the Hall of Fame. Like I'm just so sick of these upper echelon baseball people who most of have never played the fucking game past high school, making all these calls and shit. Like, fuck that. I'm sorry for the language, but you good, bro.
They're really pissing me off. That rant was needed to know, like, because I'm sure as I don't know, there's probably many other people who don't know just how bad that is. You feel me? Yeah. Like, I'm aware of Barry. I know his impact on the culture. I know, how much he's done for baseball. But, I just really wanted you to kind of express and to give us an understanding of like just how bad that is. So I thank you for expressing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I otherwise I wouldn't have known.
Like, bro, we finna go through the first 10 seasons of Barry Bonds as far as home runs go. First year, 16. Next year, 25, 24, 19, 33, 25, 34, 46, 37, 33, 42. Bro, he didn't need the PEDs.
Right.
He just did it because everybody else was doing it.
Right.
And then listen.
And he didn't even get caught.
Listen to this. Stolen bases, 36, 32, 17, 32, 52, 43, 39, 29, 29, 31, 40. He was having 40 and 40 seasons before it was even cool, bro.
So how many home runs is like he was balling that season? Like that's good. Like how many home runs would you say was like, yeah, that was a good season? I'm just saying for any player.
Usually, like once they get above like 20, 25, you like, oh shit, boy, this boy can really hit the ball.
And this man had 40 home runs per season.
Like, bro, once he
and you said that's before the PEDs.
Yeah, this is well before the PEDs.
Before the alleged PEDs, no bad.
Yeah, like the next time he went under 30 after 1992 didn't happen until 2005 when he got hurt.
Mm.
So and he was 40 years old. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
So this is worse than when they didn't let Terrell Owens in because at least he got in.
Yeah. Much worse. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, much worse. It's like holding out Jerry Rice. It's like holding out Tom Brady.
Wow.
I just read to you his first 10 years, bro. This is well before PEDs, bro. What the fuck y'all got to say as far as the baseball writers of America?
Right. I mean, has there been anything where they tried to have some type of explanation or anything, or like
you know that he used PEDs. That's the only explanation. That's the only.
Even though there's no proof of it. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, like I said, thank you for the rant because you explained to us, exactly what the hell is going on, and hopefully that brings more awareness to it, or we get more of an understanding or hear more from it in this next week, man, and we can, talk more about it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for that, though.
Yeah, for sure.
So that pretty much wraps it up, man. That was a great show, man. We held it down together, man. I'm sure we'll see each other again before the Super Bowl, I hope.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
We'll definitely do our best. But thank y'all for tuning in once again, man. It's the All Grind Sports Show. I believe this is episode 4 now? Yeah, episode 4 already.
So go share this with your mama, your auntie, your cousin, your uncle, your daddy, your granddaddy, everybody, man. So
all that good stuff.
Keep on rolling. We appreciate y'all hitting that subscribe button. You already know what it is.
All Grind Sports on Google, All Grind Sports on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, All Grind Sports. And we'll try to get this on more of these major platforms as far as like Spotify and Apple Music. We're working on that, but as of right now, you can catch all of it on YouTube. Just hit All Grind Sports. Go subscribe there. so you can see what we got coming up. Check out my boy. He got a episode coming up with the Ant Hill podcast. So
Yes,
make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. My other podcast, the AGM podcast, we got another episode coming next week, man. So we working, and we will be back here hopefully next week, like I said, before the Super Bowl, and have another kind of Super Bowl preview, and go from there, man. So
yeah, for sure. Let's
y'all for tuning in once again. Thank you, my brother, for being here.
I appreciate you having me, man.
See you soon.
All right, we outie.